It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS.
Why should your VA be smarter than you? And this is specifically, when we work with you, all of those things that you put on the questionnaire, the assessment that you took, we flip that into a training plan. So everything that you said was an urgent need, we put onto a training plan for you. So do you have his training plan that we can pull up? Sweet. And what we end up doing, and can you go to the second page, or training plan 1? Yeah. So these are, actually, that's not bad. This is what you chose. Usually some people have like,
can you zoom in on that?
Yeah, zoom in a little bit. So your main things to begin with are things about the business. These are videos that, actually, I didn't talk about that. What you're going to do is, have a list, and we're going to add to this list because it's a little smaller than I would like it to be. But we're going to add a little bit to this list. Any software that you use that you'll want them to know, I will explain that in a minute. But you're going to create very short, simple videos. And in Loom, I suggest Loom software because you can just copy the link and paste it right into where it says video link. And now you have a training video for your new virtual assistant. And all you have to do is do what I'm doing to you. I'm just talking at you. You're going to just talk at them, tell them about what you do, what your life is like, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to add a couple videos here to the top where it says about your business. It really should be about you. You have kids, you have a wife. Like, what is it? You want to talk about be vulnerable about your weaker areas so that they can support you with their strengths. And that's the goal. So once you have that, where you've got a video that explains all this stuff, what happens? How do you know if they actually know it, they watched the video? Well, they're going to take that video, they're going to watch it, and they're going to document it with a process sheet. Very simple sheet, a form that we have. And what it does is they just bullet point everything you said in the video so that you can go and look at that process sheet and say, okay, they got what I was trying to say, or, oh no, this is not what I meant to say. And let's say there's 10 process sheets and 9 times out of 10, they got it right. You probably made a mistake in your, how you talked about it. So you're going to go over it more with them. But if 9 times out of 10, their process sheet makes no sense to you, they're not the right VA for you. So it's an easy way to measure what they're doing or what they understand. And it's also now systemizing your business with a video and a written document.
Yeah.
So and we make everybody do this before their VA is onboarded, because what happens every single day of the week with every business owner, we say,
a lot of distractions.
I'm going to train them when they come on. I don't need to watch these. I don't need to do this.
Yeah.
No, you're going to have a huge fire happen the first day that they come on, and they will be stuck with nothing to do, and you're going to feel awful. And then day 2, the same thing will happen. And eventually you ghost them. That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Or they get resentful. So what I know is that if we have training in place before they onboard, they will be successful, whether you can show up for them or not. They are going to train themselves. What about email and how do you teach somebody to understand how you write emails? That's not something you can teach people.
Especially the way I write emails.
Exactly. Well, actually, you can, using my special Melody patented process that I'm very proud that I created. As I said, I'm ADD and I'm always looking for ways to not do things myself. And when you're teaching somebody how to do something, like we went and taught somebody how to do our emails, and what would happen, we would be saying, this is how I send emails. And you'd be typing an email up while they watch you and then explaining all of the different reasons why you wouldn't send it this way for other circumstances, confusing them because you just want to do a basic overview first, right? Mm-hmm. What I do is I give them access to my inbox.
Yeah.
They study your emails. You've already written everything. They study it. They look for those common types of emails that you respond, whether it's to like a client that you're always having to respond the same way. Every time that an issue comes up that you've solved by email, they add that to a troubleshooting guide, a troubleshooting template guide. Every time they find a question that you've answered, they add that to an FAQ guide. So they are creating basically email templates that they'll be able to use using your words. But that's not...
Which is good because I use a lot of funny words.
Yes. So what you're going to do, they're going to send you all of those templates you're not going to touch them. You're not going to change them. You want them to have ownership over this. You're just going to make a Loom video and say, hey, these look great. This one, usually I wouldn't have responded this way. This was a one-time circumstance. So why don't you go look for the one that I wrote to this guy, because I know that's more accurate to what I usually would say. You're going to go over each template with them. It probably takes 5 to 10 minutes in a video. You're going to explain how to change it, send it to them, that little video link. They're going to make the changes themselves. And you keep doing that back and forth until you have perfect templates where you can be like, wow, they sound like me. They're never going to send the email as you. They're always going to say like, hi, this is Mel's EVA Zoe. You know, they don't want to sound like you, but they're going to message just like you. I used to have them sign my name, and then issues would come up when I'd see somebody and they'd be like, yeah, so as we talked about in the email, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah. So what that means is they are now ready to start drafting your emails for you, and you're not going to worry about whether they're saying the right things or wrong things. And you're going to do the same process. They draft, you look in the inbox, make a quick video to say what changes need to be made. With home service, having had a home service company and being in one for over, about 30 years, I know that it's always scheduling appointments can be hard, dates, figuring out all that kind of stuff can be hard if that's the thing you want them to do. But that's how you teach them. You explain things in a video, explain why that date won't work, which dates would work, and they're going to learn over time. They're going to take note of this, and it's going to be added kind of to their training.
Yep.
When they are about 80 to 90% accurate with your email templates or drafts, and the other times they're saying, hey, Dan, I think you need to deal with this, or I think that, I don't know how to handle this one. They're ready to start sending your emails for you, and you'll trust them.
Is email generally like the first starting point? Like
I would.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine like for a lot of people that use home service VA, that's kind of like the first thing where you're like, just for the love of God, get this communication.
I recommend it. I recommend it because it keeps you hostage. It holds you hostage. You are always looking to see new messages coming in. It releases you from that burden. And when you're looking at emails every 5 minutes all the time, you're not able to focus. And letting that go is really a big area of focus. It frees you up a lot.
Hey, what's up, business nerd? Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned a heck of a lot watching that episode. Do me a favor, subscribe right down here. And if you really like what you saw, you got more goods right here. Check out this one or check out this one and do this. Go subscribe. Appreciate you. Work smarter, work harder, go earn yourself some pride. Catch you on the next one.